Alrighty, well, sub replays. Guys sent me a lot of stuff to watch actually the last couple of weeks. And I've been busy at work and this and that, so I haven't had a chance to do them. But anyway, the first one, Cojo and the Mavel. And they're playing the FCM 50T, the underrated, underused French tank. And they're going to platoon it, which is always ambitious. But fair play to them for doing it. And they're going to basically push on right in this game. So, I mean, right thing to do. They've got a tank which is mobile, really good gun depression, all the rest of it. And they're basically going to push right, and they're going to be aggressive. And boy, are they going to be aggressive. So what do we got? We got CDC. And we got T-44 pushing in behind him. Their own CDC's well overextended there, and you can kind of look at that. I'd probably let him die in a ditch, to be honest. But there you go. The guys are actually going to go help. That's very teamy of them, and they're going to basically focus fire T-44. And when I watch back this game, I wanted to show it because A, it's aggressive, and I like bloody aggressive tanking, but B, I actually just love the way they work together. Look at Cojo there. Straight in over the top. Rams the bugger. Job done. Next. And now you've got, I think it's the Prot, isn't it? It's the French gold tank coming over the top there. I think the guy's going to say ping in a minute, like he had bad ping. I just think he YOLO'd and died in a ditch, but there you go. But the guy's going to take care of him. And you would think this game's pretty much done, but what you can actually see beyond that is that the enemy heavies have absolutely camped deluxe in the middle there. Have let the meds go off all the way right. There's another one sort of end up on the far side of the map. I don't know what he's doing there, to be honest. He's not long for this world. But all of the heavy tanks have just camped deluxe in the middle, and in a way that's fine, but in another way it didn't offer any support whatever to their lights and meds, and now they're going to pay the price for that. So you would think this game's done, right? And then you realise that this is Blitz, and the good guys just start dropping like flies. And we've all seen this if we've driven a medium or a light tank. You think a game's over, but what you don't realise is the hit pool and the bounces. You're just going to get off heavy tanks sometimes, especially troll Russian tanks. And these guys, if you look at where they are, they're in a bad place, right enough. But actually, they've got some big ass guns. They're on a flat surface, and they've got very large hit pools. And they're going to hand out 440 alpha a shot. So you can think the game's over, but it isn't. And if you look at the VKP there, at least he's sort of pushed in and he's trying to help, but he's not exactly being the heavy tank that he can be. And you look around the hit points on the green team, and it's not great. But you kind of know with these guys that they're going to do the right thing. If you look at the Mavel here, he's taking his time, working his way through, aiming his shots. It's going well. Look at that lower plate bounce. APCR, I think he fired as well. That's just the frustrating thing with the IS-3. It's the noob-proof tank. And you're left with the IS-2SH, and I feel sorry for him because whenever I drive the IS-2SH, this is me, right? This is just me. I'm always the last tank, and I'm always in a ditch somewhere with people just capping me in the turret. But there you go. And they clear him out. It's a great game from the guys. That if you look at it, really good tanking, work together, work the map. I think if you look at the scores at the end, the Mavel's got 2.4, Kojo's done 2.6. I mean, in the end, it's a carry. Without their efforts there, that's a loss, no doubt. It's a great game, guys. Love the way you work together. Absolutely cracking. The second game I'm going to show just stood out because it is just so awesome and solid, and I'm kind of honoured to even commentate on it. I mean, if I played a game this good, I'd kind of retire, to be honest. So We're actually watching Kashmirtiger. He's playing his E100, and believe me, this guy, I don't know how many masters he's got in this now. He must be nearly in double figures at Tier X. Knows how to play it clearly. Just bosses this game. I really don't want to give too much away here. It'll start a bit slow, but then he just gets moving. And if you're watching this kind of game as a new player, you can learn a lot from it, because what you'll see is it's a Tier X game, right? I mean, there's a couple of Tier 9s. He doesn't YOLO in, but at the same time, he doesn't sit back. He supports his team throughout the game. But what he does is he conserves his hit points. He doesn't give a single hit point away that he doesn't need to. And that's a lesson to anyone new to this game. You've got to be in it to win it at the end of the day. You've got to literally think about everything you do, because right at the end of a game, you need those hit points. The FV's pushed up here and got himself in trouble. And there's a later point in this game when someone says, good job FV, and actually I don't think it was at all. But for all of that, the Tiger is busy bailing this guy out and helping push the mouse. And he's actually going to really help his team here. He's going to push over the top. I know he's thinking that he might get shots from the side, but he's going to help the team. He's going to help the T-54. He's going to get into the side of this mouse. Reasonably good roll in. T-54, I think, rams him. I actually got taken out by the other mouse. But I think all credit to T-54 for trying to round kill there. And they're going to move down to the IS-8, which is the right thing to do, because that's low-hanging fruit. Personally, I think it's a god-awful tank, and it's a lower tier, so there you go. Lovely roll into the back of him. Ends up 937 damage. Meantime, the rest of the team has got rolled over, going across that hill there. They didn't push with the meds, and if you notice the Kashmirtiger, he has pushed with his meds. He's supported them throughout the game, but the rest of the team has sadly folded or is folding up rapidly. And we've basically then got stuff sat up on the hill, and can you see that this is just old age experience and treachery. He's actually using the reasonable gun depression in the E100. He's covering his reload, and he's basically stopping them moving on that hill. And he's going to get a lot of free damage here, really, because there's not much danger he's going to get penned through the turret. And there is no need at this point to go rushing anywhere. In fact, it's ideal to sit here and trade hit points. And it's not even going to be a trade. He's driving a tough-ass heavy tank. He's got the Reds trapped up there. The Leo can shoot him all day if he likes, but I mean, okay, fine, trade. There you go, 419 for you, son. There you go. Now you notice going out wide, I think we've got the T-62A, and he's pushed, and here the FV makes a mistake. There's nothing wrong with him pushing the T-62A, but he's got an E100 behind him, right? So just bring the guy back. Why did he need to push that there? And then that's why I say he doesn't have a good game. He just needed to hold the T-62 on the corner there and give shots to the E100 that's just sat behind him. You can see the Kashmirtiger's basically saying negative, and he's right. He's bloody right in all senses. So for all that, he's going to push the T-62, which is the right thing to do. T-62 wants out of there. Too late. And now we're basically left with a 2-on-1, and this is a clutch game, right? You've got an OBJ 140, which is, I mean, bloody mobile. I mean, that's a big mistake from him there, to be honest. You look at the mobility that tank's got. He's fully spotted. He's now come out sideways. I mean, really? But for all of that, there's a full health grill. And he's out there somewhere, and we suspect probably on high ground. If the OBJ's got any sense, really what he needs to do is sit here and just hold, which, to be fair to him, he seems to have come to that decision. I think he's had enough. He's down to a one shot anyway. and he should be waiting for the grill, and there is the grill, probably pretty much, you know, where you'd expect. You notice the Tiger's switched up to heat, or switched down to heat, but basically he's got a one shot, so that's fine. You can one shot it with the OBJ with heat, and basically you want to be firing heat into a grill anyway, so that's fine. And now they make a mistake. They both come down pretty much the same way. He can pull down behind this rock and wait. There you go, there's the grill. Oh, why does he do that? Seriously. Sometimes you get some luck. And here's the OBJ. He finally pushes, but you know, this is going to be close. But like I was saying earlier, think about the hit points that our man has conserved here. This is for this reason. And the OBJ has got no hope really, and he's gone. And it's done. And you look at that, it's going to be what, a 6.9k damage game. I mean, just clinical, just a lovely game. Totally calm throughout, knew exactly what he was doing. He weren't even worried when he got 2-on-1. Just did the bollocks. The great game there. And there you go. Wow, sub replays for another week. Thanks guys, great videos, much appreciated. Nice one. Keep on going. Cheers.